Hey everybody, welcome to the Beauty Squad and to Gorgeous Eyes Night. Okay, so this is a funny little story. Getting ready to do Gorgeous Eyes Night, and I'm, doing my mascara and whatever, and poked myself in the eye. So if I blink a whole lot, it's because I got eye primer, mascara primer, lash primer in my eye. So yeah, so that's what happens when you're trying to make your eyes look gorgeous, right? But welcome to our night. I'm going to try and get through things as quick as I can. Um, there's so much to go over with eyes. Like we could do this, more than one night and go more in depth. But I'm just going to try and do some quick and outline of things that we can do. To make anybody's eyes gorgeous and pop and look amazing. But first things first, commenting is much needed so that you can get a prize. So I will look at comments and will pick a winner after this is over. So please comment often. I would love to hear from everybody. So we've even got people already. Awesome. So we have a guest for, oh my gosh. So we have 3 guests for Jennifer already. So that's amazing. That means that that's going to count for a party for her. We'll talk about that a little bit later, what that means. And a guest is here for Dee also. So awesome. So welcome. And I've got one of my consultants from Colorado just popped on. Hi, Andrea. How are you? I hope Holly does pop on. Um, so a guest from Mandy is here as well. So welcome. So for sure, check in. Let us know who you're here to support. But also, if you have questions, please let me know. And comment if you use some of these products that we're talking about, or if you have another tip or whatever. And so I want to get started with just some general first little tips and tricks. So that is kind of what we are going to kind of start with first. So some general little tips and tricks that I have learned over the years, and the biggest one and the hardest one for my friends to get used to the idea of is you putting on your eyeshadow first. So put your eyeshadow on first before you put on your foundation. And the reason why you want to do this is because we get fallout underneath our eyes, whether we think that we do or not. And it tends to cast a shadow and make it seem like we have circles under our eyes that we don't already have. And right, we're trying to get rid of them. We don't need to make them worse. So, and it also helps with blending. So that is the very first tip and trick, and probably the hardest one for people to get used to, is start with your eyeshadow and then go to your foundation and the rest of your makeup after that. And that is really, I've been doing it for years and years, but I've gone to some famous makeup artist classes, and that's kind of how they do it as well. So that is my very first little tip. If you have trouble keeping your eyeshadow on, we do have an eye primer, and it is clear. It just goes on clear, but it just kind of gives a nice little base to your eyelid. So if you have issues with creasing or just your eyeshadow disappearing during the day, then you might want to look into trying our eye primer to help keep your shadow in place. Now, what I will tell you is we came out with new eyeshadows about a year or so ago. And when we did that, the Chroma Fusion type of eyeshadow that we have now it's a long lasting shadow that really does stay on all day. But some people still have issues with it. So if you do, eye primer is important. The next thing is when you put on your eyeshadow, Blending is key, okay? Blend, 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 blend. I can't stress enough how much you have to blend to make your eyeshadow look good. So, I have on 4 shadows. So I have one here, I have one here, I have one here, and I have one up here. So I have 4 colors of shadow. You really can't tell, right? You can't really see that line. It all kind of blends one into another. That's the power of blending. Now, in saying that, when you put on your shadow, that means that you have to apply your shadow darker than what you want it to look like when you're finished. And that's super duper important because you tend to you put on just enough shadow so that you think it looks great. And then when you go to blend it, then you don't have enough on, and then you've got this issue of trying to keep putting shadow on. So you want to put more on than what you are comfortable with. You want it to look weird. You want it to look like you got too much eyeshadow on when you place it all on your eye at first, and then you're going to blend it with one of your softer colors. Okay, so that is the next little tip I have for you. The next one is a big mistake that people make is taking eyeshadow out past the corner of your eye. Totally huge, big no-no, okay? Because that makes our eyes droopy. And we tend to just, as we get older, especially because our eyes get droopy, as that shape starts to kind of change, we'd want to follow the shape of the eyeshadow all the way out, right? So we tend to kind of want to go out here because that's kind of where the end of our eye is. Don't want to do that. You want to stop right at the corner of your eye. You don't want to go past the corner of your eye because that lifts your eye and opens up your eye and makes your eye look brighter, younger, and less droopy. So if that's an issue for you, and if you have a problem with that, what you want to do is start on the outside and work your way in. Okay, because naturally we're going to follow and we're going to do this, right? And then you just wind up following that shape of your eye, and then you wind up going out here, and then it winds up looking all crazy and wacky. And the other thing that a lot of people say, I don't like to wear eyeshadow because it just always winds up looking, like I have too much on, or it's too dark or whatever. And a lot of times that's because you're taking it too far out. So if you start it right here on the corner and work your way in when you're applying it, that will keep you from having that tendency to go too far out on your eye. So start in the corner and work your way in. So that's a really good little tip and trick as well. So general placement of eyeshadow. Now, I'm not going to go into every eye shape and whatever, like your consultant can definitely go over that with you. Everybody's got different eye shapes and whatever. And so, we're just going to do general placement. But there is a general placement of what you can do with your eyeshadow. The first color that you're going to want is right here. So it's from your inner corner of your eye to about the middle of your eye, and just right here to the crease. And that color you want to be a shimmery color. Okay, now I said shimmery, and I'm going to try and show you this as best I can. That's this color right here is the shimmery color. This one is called Rose Gold, which is my very, very favorite eyeshadow that we make. I love it. I can use it. Everybody looks great in it. It looks wonderful. But there's a difference between shimmer, sparkle, frost, right? We've all learned that or heard that as we get older, we're not supposed to use frosty eyeshadows or whatever. But shimmer is different, because all shimmer does is just adds a little bit of sparkle, adds a little pop on your eye. And that you want to put right on the inner half of your eye. We have several different colors that you can use. We have a beautiful gold color. We have one that's a kind of a neutral, a granite color. And but my favorite is rose gold. So that's going to go right there. Okay. Then the next color that you want to use is going to be your contour color or your crease color, okay? And your crease color is going to go, where's that brush? And I'm going to go over brushes in a minute, but this is the crease brush that we have, or the contour brush. And you can see how it's shaped perfectly for your eye. So that is going to go right here. Now, the key here is when we learn to put on eyeshadow, for whatever reason, we learned that you stop putting eyeshadow in the crease, and you like all that goes from here to the top is a lot of bright shimmery stuff. Well, that's just not how you do it. So what you need is that kind of a contour color, which is going to be a matte neutral color. And we have 2 or 3. My favorite is Dusty Rose, but Hazelnut is another one that's really, really good for this as well. And so you need to be above the crease of your eye. So when you put on your eyeshadow, you want to have your eye open, okay? Because you want to, when you look at it, you want to see it up here above the crease of your eye, right where the base of that brow bone is, because that's going to push that brow bone back and open up your eye. It works on everybody. It's especially great if your eyelids are starting to droop at all. That will push that back and open up your eye. So that's going to go right here. Okay. Same thing. Don't go out here with it. You're just going to stop right at the corner. So if that's an issue, you're going to start here and you're going to work your way in, and you just sweep this brush and it does exactly the right amount of what you need it to do right there. Okay. So then you're going to take your accent color. Now, your accent color is the one that you're going to switch around the most. Okay. That's your darkest color. And the other 3 colors that I'm showing you, you could use with anything, every day. Never have to change, never have to switch, never have to do anything else. You could use those 3 eyeshadow colors and just switch that accent color for when you want it to match something, or you want it to, you know, give your eye a different look for the day, or make a more smoky eye, or whatever. The one I have in here is Sweet Plum, which is, you know, it's a really beautiful plum shade. And that color is going to go on the outer half of your eyelid. So you can see where I have the dark color here today. Okay. And it's in a triangle shape. Same thing. You don't want to go here and go out here, because then you're going to have it way out here and it's going to be too far out. So you want to maybe start right here at the corner of your eye and sweep it in toward right to the middle of your eye. So it's going to be a triangle. So point right here at the end, and the flat side right here in the middle of your eye. So there you have it. Right there is that little triangle space. Okay. And at this point, you're going to look like you have too much eyeshadow on. So that's where your highlighter comes in to save the day. So that's going to be this color here. This one I have is Blossom, which has got a little tint of a pink in it, and it's a matte color as well. Now you're going to use a big fluffy brush, because that's your blending brush, okay? And you're going to concentrate putting that very first bit of that color right here, and then you're going to blend it all over. Blend, blend, blend. Hear me. Blend, 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 blend. Okay? Now you're going to blend it everywhere but where your shimmer is on the inside, because if you take a matte color and put over the shimmer, then what's the point of putting the shimmer on to begin with? So, and sparkle is always good. So you're going to just do it on the outside, okay? And then blend that down. And then kind of look at it, see where you're at. Do you need to add a little bit more of this accent color because it's totally disappeared? Or, you know, a little bit more of that, the contour color, or a little more of the accent color because you want a little more depth or a little bit more drama. Then you're going to put a little bit more there. And then don't put anything on this brush after that. Just blend with it by itself, and it will blend that color in for you. Okay. Now, eyeliners. There's 3 different things that you can do for an eyeliner. There's the great old regular, you know, good old pencil eyeliner. And ours is awesome. It's waterproof. It self-sharpens. You have a little, well, it's not even a sharpener. It's just a little shaper on the end of it. Comes in 3 colors, black, brown, and gray. And if you want a traditional eyeliner, this is a great eyeliner. Then we have a waterproof liquid liner, and ours is awesome because it's like a felt tip. So when you put it on, it goes on so well, and you can make it a really skinny line or a fatter line. It's awesome. Does cat eyes amazing. You'll love it. But some people don't want that harsh line of eyeliner, and if you don't want that harsh liner, what you can do is you can actually take your accent color, so your darkest color of eyeshadow, and this is one of our extra brushes that you can purchase, which has got the little spoolie on the end for your eyebrows, and then the other side has this very fine angled tip on it, and you take that and just dip it in your darkest accent color, and then you just line your eyes with that, and that will give you a really soft, some soft definition around your eye, and that works, really nice. And again, maybe for people as we get older, sometimes we don't want as harsh a line, or we're just not used to wearing liner anymore. It's nice to give yourself that little bit of frame around your eyes, so you can do that with shadow as well. Okay, so brushes. So I kind of touched on that one extra brush that we have, which is the liner brow brush. Now, our brushes are amazing. They come like this. There's 5 of them. I'm not going to go over powder and blush brush. I'll just tell you that they're amazing and they're so soft and you will love them. Our brush set is only $55. It's an amazing price for all 5 of these brushes. I mean, that's for $10 a brush. I mean, that's amazing. But here's what you need to know. The shorter, and if you have brushes at home, a short, very dense brush like this is made for dark colors. So that's what you're going to use to put on this accent color on the outside, is that, because it will have less fallout. The shadow won't fall off as much under your eyes when you use the dense brush, okay? And then I already showed you, this is the contour brush, and it will do the work for you. So that is super duper important, because, who doesn't want the work done for them, right? That's no brainer. Thirdly is the big, fat, fluffy blending brush, okay? Now, a lot of us, like, we take this brush and we do everything with it, and then it falls all over our face and we've got shadow all the way down our cheeks, right? So this is only for the very lightest of colors. So I use it for this inside part, and then I use it up here, and then for blending. And what's awesome about our brushes are they are synthetic, and they are the softest brushes you will ever feel. And because they are synthetic, that you won't have the breakage that you have with natural bristle brushes. So they will last longer for you as well. So that is a little rundown on our brushes. I'm going to check comments real quick to see if anybody's got anything. Do you need to clean your brush after the first eye since you've gone over a dark color? You don't really. You don't really need to go over it, because, I mean, you can. I wouldn't clean it. Sometimes I'll take it and I'll brush it on I have a Kleenex sitting there, and I'll brush it there and do it. But you don't necessarily have to. It depends on also how dark the color is that you are using. What's the contour color tonight? So the contour color that I used here is Dusty Rose, which has that, obviously, a hint of pink in it. Hazelnut is another great one that I love as well. Okay, let me go back to, so next up is what colors look good on what's the best for my eye color, right? So that's always a $1 million question that people always want to ask. And it's very simple. It's opposites on the color wheel, okay? So blue eyes, don't wear blue eyeshadow. You can't compete. Your eyes have too many colors in them, and so you'll be competing with that, and your eye will look mottled. It won't sparkle. So if you go opposite on the color wheel, that complements it, and that will make it shine and make it bright and show it off. So green eyes, opposites on the color wheel, opposite of green is purple. So plums. So anything that's got a plum or a plumish tint to it. So some of the colors that we make, I had my little book out here a minute ago, but now I don't know what happened to it. Sweet plum is one of them for sure. Another one that's good for golden mauve, dusty rose, and merlot are all good green eyeshadows. Not all together, like one of those colors will help make your eye pop. And then blue eyes, it's amber or brown colors. Again, if you have brown eyes and you put brown eyeshadow on, you're not going to be doing anything to make, I mean, not, I'm talking about blue eyes. Blue eyes, you want browns. So blue, you want those eyes to pop and, you know, show that blue off, right? And so rose gold, burnished bronze, cinnabar, and shiny penny are all shades that will help to make blue eyes pop and look amazing. Next is brown eyes. Okay, well, we can do whatever we want because we can't change the color of our eyes. So I think that's okay. So I've always wanted blue eyes. That was always like the dream, right? And so, you know, I'm not a fan of brown eyes. They're awesome and beautiful, and if you love yours, that's great. But you know, we always want something we don't have. So I always, you know, so I think that's the highlight for us with brown eyes is we actually get to use whatever color we want. One thing that also is with a darker eye color with having a brown eye is that you can tend to use more intense colors, a little bit deeper, darker colors than sometimes when your eyes are lighter. So that's something to remember as well. So moss, starry night, evening navy, stormy, espresso, all of those kind of colors on a brown eye are good. Let's see if we have any eye color questions. Yeah, so brown eyes, you heard me. You can do whatever you want. Next, we're going to talk about the eye must-haves, right? So the first and foremost eye must-have is the famous oil-free eye makeup remover, which is actually in Mary Kay is our #1 best-selling product out of all 300 and whatever products that we have. It's our eye makeup remover because it is the best, the bomb, the most amazing ever product. If you don't have it, you must, it's an I must have, right? Okay. So you can see what it has right here. There's like the little line in between. So we shake it up before we use it. And that what that does is it will take off anything that's waterproof and it will take off any other eyeshadow as well. It doesn't have any oily residue. It's safe to take off when you even have contacts on. So you will not be disappointed. It's an amazing product. The next thing that we need to remember is just like we don't take off our eye makeup with our face cleanser, we need to use a special eye cream and not use a regular face moisturizer up around our eyes. So we have 3 different eye creams, okay, to choose from. So we have the firming eye cream, which is part of our TimeWise line. It's a great eye cream. It's a firming eye cream. It's a little heavier. So if you're really wanting to feel like you've got something going on there, the firming eye cream is great. In our Miracle set, I'm trying to get this. In our Miracle set, you get the Age Minimized 3D eye cream, which is a super lightweight eye cream, which I love because I can use it under my makeup even during the day. So that's a great one. And then in our Voluform set, we have our eye renewal cream. And what makes it pretty cool is it's got this metal tip on it that stays cool all the time that helps even with puffiness. So this is kind of the advanced of the eye creams. But it's really, really important that you start using an eye cream that's the very first anti-aging product that you should put on your list, because that's the first place we start seeing signs of aging is around our eyes, because that skin is 5 times thinner than it is on the rest of our face. And so that's why we use special products to take off our makeup, our eye makeup, and that's why we need to use eye creams. Super important. The next two quickie things I want to talk about are our soothing eye gel and our amazing hydrogel eye patches. So if you've got puffiness, if you've got dark circles, if you've got some crepiness under your eyes, these are great products to help with that and give yourself a boost of hydration and moisture. So don't forget, you know, it's kind of like with your face, right? Like you need to make your skin healthy around your eyes to make your eyes look gorgeous as well, right? Next thing is that if you do have dark circles under your eyes, is our under eye corrector. And what makes the under eye corrector amazing and awesome is there's only one color. So it's not that crazy, like what concealer color do I use? And I'm not quite sure what to do and whatever. It's one size fits all. So it works for everybody because it's the same concept as the eyeshadows. Blue and amber or peach, orange, whatever, are opposites on the color wheel. And no matter who you are, what color you are, what, if you have dark circles under your eyes, they're kind of bluish purple. And so the peach counteracts that and hides it. So under eye corrector, must have. But in saying that, I had this very, very quick, awesome little tip and trick I want to share with you. So we have our foundation primer, which is amazing, you know, to use every day underneath all of your makeup. But I use the foundation primer under my eyes, and I do this little trick in the afternoon. So if I need a quick pick-me-up, I'm only going to do it on one eye, and we'll see if you can see a difference. I'll do it on this one. So you put just a teeny tiny bit. Now, the other thing that the foundation primer does for you is if you need to do this and make sure that you don't have eyeshadow where it's not supposed to go, you can take it and slide it right up here. And what's wonderful about the eye primer is that, the foundation primer, is it feels like silk. So it's really pretty awesome and amazing. And then I do use a concealer in one shade lighter than what my foundation is. And then this little trick is to brighten up my eyes after the day has gone on. And you just put a little bit of that foundation primer on, because then it slides on really nice and easy. Okay, can you see? Like, can you see the difference, how it like brightens up right in here? I don't know if you can see because it's like bad lighting, but I swear, well, you can sort of see it. I swear it works. It's an amazing pick-me-up. So if you do stuff after work, or if you have stuff you're going to or whatever, that little tip and trick is worth its weight in gold. I trust me on that. And that one I love. Okay, now quick, we're gonna go into mascaras. And what the types of mascaras that we have. So what I want to show you first is the primer. So the lash primer. Now, I don't think you can really see on me, but I put primer on this eye and I didn't put it on that eye today. And I don't know if you could. No, I put it on this eye. This eye has primer and this eye doesn't. So see how you can see my eyelashes? They're thicker on this eye than on this eye. So the lash primer is a great product. So you're going to put it on first, and what it does is it just helps to make the mascara adhere to it without having another layer of mascara that adds the cakiness of what mascara does. It also has got some nutrients in it, so it helps to condition lashes as well. It goes on clear. Some people use this also like for a clear brow gel. And so I highly, highly recommend the lash primer. Then the 3 mascaras that we have are Lash Love. So Lash Love is what we have. That's the wand. So it's got really skinny, skinny little bristles. So if you want to separate and lengthen your lashes, this Lash Love is the one for you. Then if you want your lashes to look thicker and fuller, then that one, you want the Ultimate Mascara. It's more like the normal mascara wand, right? Like there's nothing really, but it gives you a nice buildable mascara. And so it will definitely fill in your lashes and make them look more full. That one works for that. Then we have our big, bold, amazing Lash Intensity Mascara. And it kind of does both, but it's like on steroids. So, I mean, you can see the brush is huge. And one side of it is flat and the other side has thicker bristles. And what you do is you start it with the flat side so that you get the thickening and fullness, and then you turn it a half a turn so you get the bristles and you get the lengthening and separating of your lashes. This one is like va-va-voom with when you use that particular mascara. So those are the mascaras. Let's see. Yes, I do. Lash Love is my favorite too. But I love the Lash Love with the primer. So if you're not using the lash primer with it, you should definitely try doing it that way. Let's see. So next, I want to thank everybody for being here. Put some more comments in there if you want to be in the drawing. We love to give things away. I'm going to give away a mascara. So someone's going to get a mascara from me, for their directors or someone, I don't know. We'll get you a mascara. So comment away here towards the end. And next thing that I definitely want to do is plug being a hostess, right? So that is something where we've got a challenge from the company right now to host 1 million parties in the month of October. And so we are looking for hostesses, and we're giving away amazing perks for being a hostess. So we would love, love, love to partner up with you, and it's a win-win for everybody. So if that is something that you are interested in doing, and a party is just you plus 3 other people, and we're doing stuff virtual now. There's 1,000,001 ways to do it. You can even hop on one of these with us next week and make that count as a party as well. So talk to your consultant about doing that. And the last thing, we talk about all the ways that you can be involved with us, right? We love our customers. Customers are amazing. We couldn't do this business without you. But then we kind of go to that next level is we appreciate your support and being on here with us tonight, but we need our hostesses. But if, you have started thinking maybe, this is kind of fun, and oh my gosh, this is so easy. I can just bring guests on here and I can make money, and this is pretty amazing. There are 3 ways to be a part of the Mary Kay world. And one is to be a savvy shopper. So a savvy shopper is basically someone who wants to unlock the 50% discount to their products, which is pretty awesome. You could get 50% off all the time. And that is by just selling to a few friends and family and getting your products at cost. And we have tons and tons of those in our company, and we love them. And it's a great way to get in and feel the waters. So savvy shoppers are amazing. The next level up kind of is the side hustle, right? In this day and age, at this time, I mean, things are crazy, times are crazy. We don't know what we're doing, where we're going, what's happening tomorrow. But what I'll tell you, as this virtual world has been a blessing for all of us. We have done amazing being able to host these parties, meet people from all over the country, get new customers. And so a little side hustle is not a bad idea. I mean, who couldn't use a little extra money now and again, right? I mean, I kind of started out that way and then kind of moved up from there. And then the last level is to totally be your own boss. If you don't want to work for anybody else anymore and you want to do Mary Kay full time like I do, you can work your way up into that. And those are all the three levels of what you can do in this little Mary Kay world that we love. And so if that is something that is interesting to you, perked your attention, you can join our little company for only $30 right now at doing an eStart membership. And so that is pretty amazing. You can become a consultant for $30, and that will get you a website for a year and the opportunity to be able to take those online orders. So you can't beat that right now. And so if that is kind of piqued your interest, you're a little bit interested, hopefully your consultant will talk to you about that and see if maybe this could fit into a little bit of your world somewhere. Because we would love to have you be a part of it. Um, you know, we love our girlfriend time, and so we would love to have you be a part of it as well. I think that is it. Whew, I'm tired. How about you? Did you learn something? Did we get some tips and tricks? Hopefully you learned something tonight. Um, Let me know if there is anything. Always stayed away from eyelash primer. Yeah, it won't. Trust me. Oh, my dog's scratching at the door. She must know that its time is up. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much for being on here tonight. If you want to be a hostess, want to learn more about what this company has to offer, please, please, please talk to your consultant. Please ask them any questions. We went through a lot of stuff. Everyone's a beauty expert. We would love to help you pick out some colors that are going to work for you. And we thank you so much for joining us tonight. Take care, ladies. Good night.